Hi parents, hi students, it's Miss Porter. I wanted to give you an update. Today's Thursday, March 19th. So I'm going to read this email to you and then show you using my screen what I'm asking you guys to do. So first, thank you for your hard work while we all figure out remote learning together. I understand that this has been a challenging time for everyone. I am still trying to give meaningful learning experiences to our students, and I've been assigning work comparable or a little bit less than what we would have been doing in person every day. But it seems that because students are doing this more independently, it has been difficult for them. Based on some feedback I've been getting from parents and students and ideas from colleagues, I would like to try something a little simpler in the coming days. So let's try this for a few days. Starting Friday, March 20th, every student must complete this Google form every day, and I'm going to show you in a minute. This will be my new way of keeping track of attendance. The form will ask students which of my classes they are in, and will then ask, what did you learn in this class today? By giving a simple 1 to 2 sentence response, they will show me that they engaged with the material and I can mark them present in attendance for that day. This one Google form contains all of my small classes, ELA, Social Studies, Science, and Core. Students who only have me for 1, 2, or 3 of these classes will still complete the Google form, but will not have to answer the questions for classes that don't pertain to them. I'm hoping that this will make things simpler moving forward. Of course, I will still post daily assignments such as Google Docs, quizzes, games, Flipgrids, etc. But if a student is struggling with those assignments, at the very least, they should at least watch the video or read the assigned material, attempt or try the assignment, and if they cannot do it by themselves, just skip the assignment and think of at least one thing they learned so they can insert it in the Google form at the end of the day. Please view the Daily Required Responses Google Doc, which I have updated to include the following. For each class, required viewing and reading, and not required assignments that students should attempt, but if they're too challenging to do independently, they should stop. And then a link to the Google form. So I'm going to show you this Google Doc, which I sent out in my original email, and which has been posted on the front page of all my Canvas classes and will continue to be posted there. I'm finding this to be helpful in organizing what's expected every day. So at the end of each day, you must complete the Google form, and that's the way I will mark attendance. Throughout the day, you can see this was our first day of remote learning, this was yesterday, this is today, and this is tomorrow. So I'm updating this Google Doc every day for you guys to see. It looks a little different than it originally looked, though. Now I have for each subject the required viewing and reading, and then the assignment that I want you to try. So that's encouraged but not required if the student is struggling too much. I'm not trying to torture anyone here. I just want to maintain some good quality learning experiences. So, all of you have me as a teacher for ELA. So everyone will be looking at the ELA part of this document. Some of you also have me for science and or social studies. So you might only be looking at one row. You might be looking at all 3. It depends on the student. Either way, you're going to be doing the required reading and viewing. So social studies, you're writing an essay, so there's not really required reading. But for science, for example, on Tuesday you were asked to join the science textbook online and then complete an assignment. The last couple days you're watching a video and then completing an assignment either on a Google form or a Google Doc. So for now, we're changing it to make it easier. The only thing that's required is what's in this row here that says required. So, like for today, if you watch this video, great. I hope that you try to do the Google Doc with the questions in it, but if it's too hard on your own, just stop doing it. ELA, every day we've been reading Flying Solo. I've been giving you videos of myself reading to you, and then you're asked to answer questions about the chapters in a Google Doc. We've been doing 2 chapters a day. because that's normally what we would do in school together, but it seems to be maybe a little challenging on your own. So now I'm just reducing it to one chapter a day. It should be simpler and less time consuming for you. So for example, ELA today, the required reading is chapter 12, and I'd like you to try the assignment to answer the questions, but if it's too tricky, then just stop. After you've done all the required reading and viewing for all classes for which you have me as a teacher, then you go down here to all classes. This is required, and this is the important thing because this is how I take attendance. In order to be marked present for attendance, complete the Google form after you've watched and read all required material in all of Ms. Porter's classes. It's posted here in this doc. You can access it here by clicking that link. It's posted in Canvas, or it will be after I finish this video. And I'll also post it in the ELA Google Classroom. I'll only post it in the ELA Classroom because I don't want to confuse you further. If you have me for science or social studies, you still only have to fill out this Google form once a day. But I'll post it only in ELA because that's what I have all of you for. So let me show you the Google form, the daily Google form. It'll look like this, and it will be the same Google form every day. I'm going to do a test here to show you. So you'll insert your first name, test, last name test, right? You would put your first name and last name. Pick today's date. The date is highlighted already for you. Then, since everyone has me for ELA, what did you learn in ELA today? Perhaps you may share something that happened in the novel Flying Solo. Only 1 or 2 sentences, nice and brief. So maybe in today's chapter of Flying Solo, the kids went to recess and there were some problems. Okay, I don't want to give too much away. Then it'll ask you if you are in Miss Porter's science class, and I put all your names here, so just look for your name and then click the button next to it. So if you're in my science class, click yes. If you're not, right, if you're Matthew, Javi, or Sharia, you would click no. So let's say that yes, maybe I'm Heba, so I'm in Miss Porter's science class. I click yes, and then I'll click next. It'll bring me to the same question for science. 1 or 2 sentences. What did you learn in science today? Well, I learned that if an object has a net force of 0, it doesn't move. Nice and simple, easy peasy. Next. Then it'll ask me if I have Miss Porter for social studies. You would either click yes or no, find your name. If you click no, it's just going to skip the next question where it asks you what you learned in social studies, and it'll just bring you to the next subject. Okay, if you click yes, it'll bring you to social studies. So I'll click no just because you'll see it'll jump from page 3, it'll jump to page 5, I believe. Good, see, because it skipped over question 4. Again, if you have me for core, yes or no. If you have me for core, I just want to know how you're doing. So how are you feeling today? If you want to type your own answer, that's fine. Maybe mostly good, a little tired. You can write whatever you'd like. Just want to check in on you. I'll say excellent. Let's be optimistic. Click next. And then, of course, just an optional question at the end if you have questions, concerns, thoughts. You can leave this blank if you'd like, and then click submit. And that's it. Then I will get responses from you, and that's how I can keep track of my attendance. Because right now I've been, here, I'll show you my crazy tabs here. I'm always checking up on how everyone's doing, and it's getting to be a little much for me also. So I'll just go back to my update here and just review. So the most important things to remember are the following. Check the daily required responses Google Doc every day. That's this one right here. Check your Google Classrooms for all classes every day. Do the required viewing and reading every day. Try the assignment every day, but stop working on it if it's too hard. And in order to be marked present, complete the Google form every day after reading and viewing all required material. Just one quick point about Google Classroom. I just want to show you why I'm using Google Classroom. I am not using Canvas for assignments. I know some of you are having trouble with Canvas, and I know that you're all really good at Google Classroom, so that's why I'm doing it in Google Classroom. I like it also because look, you can see what's due today. ELA, due today, due tomorrow, social studies. You can see everything on your first page here. And just as an example, I'm going to open up science, okay, because this is the assignment for today, zero and non-zero net force. So you're going to watch the video. If you go back to your daily required responses, Thursday, required, watch the video and then try the assignment. You're going to try the Google Doc. So you're going to open up the video and watch it. Okay, you'll hear my lovely voice teaching. And then try this Google Doc. But if you're just like so clueless and you're not sure, just stop. And instead think about one thing you learned from my video, from my lesson, and then you'll be able to put it in the Google Doc later in the day. So I hope this is helpful. I will post this letter on Canvas, and I'll post links everywhere so you can find it wherever you are. Good luck with everything, you guys. I know that we're going to get through it together. I know you guys are working hard, and I'm just trying to make it easier for you, so I hope this helps. Okay,